Alright, hey everybody. I would introduce myself, but if you're watching this video, you're probably here for me, or probably for the Frankenstein comic book, so let's take a look at this. It's belonged to my dad. So this is what a Classics Illustrated looked like. I think this is 1943, but let's check it out and see. I like that splash page. It's the kind of advertisements we have. Yeah, tattoos, even in the 1940s. And let's go down here to the bottom. So it says, what, December of 1945. I don't know if this is a reprint, because most of these belong to my dad. I know most of them are reprints, but I don't see a reprint date on that, so I could be wrong. In which case, comic collectors might be flipping out like, oh my god, this isn't protected. Yeah, this has been unprotected for its whole existence as far as I know. I'll be careful with it, but I'm not going to pretend like I've had it in bags and boards all this time. And let's see we know who wrote the book, but let's see who illustrated it. Now I got a female illustrator back in 1945. Alright, let's take a look at the story. Now, by today's standards, some of this art might look a little simple. I like these illustrations. I think they tell the story better than a lot of comic books today. Even the current graphic novels. Some of the art might, panel by panel, be higher quality illustrations, but I think these tell the story better. If you don't want to hear my voice, you can just mute it, and then pause if you're actually reading it. I don't know why he freaks out here. I mean, how do you put him together and not know what he looks like? I like these old comics. Now, I used to collect Marvels and DCs. I sold most of my collection, but I've kept the Classics Illustrateds. Partly because they belong to my dad. I've had him in the family. I'll keep him in the family. And the other reason, these are pretty good. Comics today, they've priced me out, and they're not very good. So instead of just complaining about it, I just look at the old stuff and see for yourself how much better this is. And I apologize if there's any shaky cam. I hope I'm holding it steady enough where if you want to read something, you can pause it and expand. I mean, this was published, what, 1945? Well, this tells the story. I mean, I know there's going to be a lot of details that it leaves out, but still, for a comic book? Hope you can read that. Well, you know, he did agree to make a wife. I mean, oh, this page is coming a little loose. All you comic book collectors out there. Slab it, put it in CGC. Nah, man, if you slab it, then you can't read it. I feel bad for all those people who slab their comics and then then you probably can't sell them. Yeah, saw my fingers there. Why does he get married? He knows what's going to happen. How can you, well, okay, yeah, I know. Delusional. I mean, You had to know that was going to happen. Like I said, if I'm turning the pages too quickly, just pause it. I remember Marvel did some graphic. No, they did classic comics in the 1970s when I was growing up, but I always liked these better. The art in the Marvel comics was pretty good, but it seemed like they always cut parts out of the story. You wouldn't have read, I mean, anybody who hadn't read Classics Illustrated, hadn't read the novel, wouldn't have known they were cutting out parts, but when I read Marvel's version of Frankenstein, I'd already read this several times. It was, oh, Marvel, you cut a bunch of stuff out. And there's the dramatic ending. And then, it's kind of cool. You get a little biography of the author, Mary Shelley. Oh, I can't unfold that enough. I can't spread that out enough without damaging it. And then, yeah, if you didn't have to read that in school, well, here it is in the comic book. Longfellow. Great last name. And then more stuff. I don't know this one. If you can't read it, you can look that one up. I don't know that one. And then more, giant volumes of select classics. It's kind of like Marvel Masterworks. Or what's that one that Marvel puts together, those hardcovers, like 30 issues? Not Masterworks. I can't, my mind's blanking out. Doesn't matter, this is about classic comics anyways. Let's take a look at the back cover. And more classic comics. There you go. Okay, that is what a Classics Illustrated from the 1940s looks like. There you go. I try not to talk too much through it. So I hope you enjoyed it. As always, hope you enjoyed the video. I know you didn't enjoy me. I hope you enjoyed the comic book. And I'll leave it at that, and I'll probably make a few more of these too, because I have a bunch of these Classics Illustrateds. All right. Thanks for watching.